Hi gang, Rob here. It is the afternoon of 22 May 2018. Have another From the Sharpening Bench video for you all today. This one, the first of its kind I've ever had in hand. This monster is the Spyderco Tatanka, and it is no small knife. I've read specs, but it really never hit me how large this knife is until I had one in hand. This belongs to my customer and sale consignor, Chris. It's pretty cool. Now, Spyderco has named this model the Tatanka. I call it the FULT. That's an acronym, F-U-L-T, which stands for F.U. Lynn Thompson. Yeah, I think maybe Sal was having, actually this is a Sal Glesser design knife, as the maker's mark shows us. I think maybe at Blade Show or SHOT Show, perhaps he had been in close proximity to Lynn Thompson, who was maybe, shooting his mouth off about how Spyderco knives were like little toys that weren't strong like his knives. And maybe Sal had a couple beers, maybe a cocktail, and sketched this bad boy out on a cocktail napkin. Not only does it have a blade of 5 3/32 in length and a handle 6 5/8 inches long, it's got 5/32 thick blade stock. It has a wedgy grind, kind of a low flat saber grind like an old Endura 4 before the FFG models came out. A very attractive swedge. Doesn't save much weight. The thing weighs 9.1 ounces. Fully steel lined, but I believe milled for lightness. Yes, actually some big old cuts are taken out of there. There's a view of them. Full steel backspacer. And a normal Secchi City midlock backlock, right? Au contraire, mon frere. Look closely. What do you see? I will depress the lock bar. This has Spyderco's power lock mechanism. Still very easy to release, although you got to depress that thing like, it's not super long travel. But you can see the lock bar and then the power lock engagement tooth kind of break in the middle. So the power lock tooth, when the blade's locked up, rests on a notch in the back of the blade tang. A little shelf there. Don't know if that's too visible to you. And then the bearing forces of the back of the knife are distributed throughout the frame of the stop pin, very much like a cold steel triad lock. This might be a little more buttery to use than a triad lock, but probably with similar strength, I would say. Don't know if I've seen any iron-proof head-to-head tests. This is a Secchi City produced Spyderco, so seamless lockback hardware, beautiful blade centering, great construction. I believe the blade nearly drops free. I didn't set this up to drop super free because that's a lot of blade hanging, but if you have your finger forward on the handle, it will stop you in the 50-50 finger choil. This one is zero blade play, beautiful action, perfect blade centering, standard Secchi City Black G10, Torx hardware, 4-way positionable Spyderco pocket clip, lanyard tube. I'm really not right-handed, but it takes a little wrist for me to flick that big boy out. Let's see here. Very little wrist. I kind of like the clip to anchor on, which is why my left hand's not. Let's see if I can do that right-handed with no wrist, maybe. Pretty close. So certainly no more difficult, maybe a little easier to deploy than an XL cold steel with a triad lock. once you get that blade moving, there's enough mass there that it wants to keep on motoring. And I believe I sharpened this at kind of wedgy geometry. 18 degrees per side with secondary bevel with a little 21 degree micro. And you know it takes an edge like VG10, which is to say extremely sharp. Don't know about the heat treat. Spyderco generally heat treats their VG10 kind of soft. Not like Felneven does on their fixed blades. Maybe they did this one a little harder. Maybe after you use this a while, Chris, you know, weigh in the comments of this video and let us know what you think. Takes a razor sharp edge though. Pretty cool. Let's see about grips and utility, ergonomics. The forward choil hammer grip for fine work is super secure and very comfortable. Saber grip, great. Standard hammer grip, back on the handle, great. Horizontal draw, vertical draw, everything's super. You can come back and get it clear back to the horn and get some reach. Reverse grip, you can, I don't know, you can do that about 8 different ways. Lots of room to move around and no odd features in the handle precluding you from moving your hand wherever you think it needs to be. Pretty cool knife. I don't think this has been a big seller for Spyderco. It's really kind of the anti-Spyderco. Most Spyderco fans appreciate things that are a little more size and weight efficient. But if it was designed to be a fault knife, I would say Sal and the boys got it exactly right. Just thought you guys would like to see it before I send it home. That's all for this one, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and the Tatanka are sharp.